Now then, and welcome back to another episode of Forever Stranded. Hello to you all. Blood moon is rising immediately. Immediately upon joining, a blood moon is rising. Well, that puts the exploration to find the meteor out for this episode, doesn't it? Well, at least straight away. I was planning on doing a bit more automation over here today. I've been keeping a little eye on it. A little eye, as in, open the door for me so I can get in, you stupid pressure plates. Well, I hate pressure plates. There should be more proximity detection. That would be better, wouldn't it? Like, automatic doors are actual proximity sensors. Melissa's doors used to have a sensor. Do I have Melissa's doors in the pack? I don't believe I have. No. So I can't do that kind of thing, even if there was one. But anyway, hi. I managed to get a cow in a jar. Thank you for your comments in the section down below. There were a couple of good ones, like putting the jar in a hole, putting the cow in the hole on top of the jar so they can't move, and then dropping an anvil from one block above. So 1 block above, cow, jar. Did I just break that, like, so easily? Is it really that easy to break? Wow, I just punched it, and I broke it. Yeah, I've been doing other bits and pieces as well around here. But I did do the cow in jar, so now I'm getting milk into the system and set up as well. And here I'm making soy and soy milk, so I kind of put it all in the same sort of area. Fruit juice-wise, lots and lots of fruit juice, right? Too much fruit. The one farm that we've got going over here that has been immense, this one over here, when it's got a hoe in, it creates tons and tons of fruit. And I don't really eat enough fruit, as it were, in my diet. Because I'm making all these kind of meaty dishes and stuff. And fruit and meat don't always go together in the different dishes, do they? So I'm not really making a lot of fruit dishes. So what I've decided to do was turn all of the excess fruit. Because what happens is all the fruit from over there comes into here. And if it's already got a full stack, then it moves on around the chain and goes into the AE system, so it ends up over here. And if it ends up over here, then I can do stuff like making fruit salad with it. Fruit salad is a very simple recipe. Very, very simple recipe. And I like that. And then what I've been doing is I've been automating putting this into here. So here we've got an export bus saying fruit salad into this, yeah? And the fruit salad, when you put it into here, generates 70,000 RF at 48 RF per tick. 48 RF per tick is more than enough to keep this full and the system, the AE system, full as well at the current rate of usage on the AE system. And I've got 2 of them set up, so I'll just put that in there. But what actually happens is when I come and I craft it over here, I then craft it here and put it back into the system. And then, of course, the export bus will take it out of the system and put it where it's supposed to go. Yeah? It's that simple, folks. It's that simple. But I would like to automate that, so I don't have to come over here and use the excess fruit up to make it all depart like that, okay? So we got this molecular assembler and 16K crafting storage the other day. A molecular assembler needs quite a few things. It's not just as simple as just plug it in and away it goes. Let's plug this in and see where this goes. We're going to plug that in there, and we're going to plug this in here. And everything should still connect. Yes, that is currently working. That is currently online. Okay, everything's online. Because I've got this controller here, I should have 8 different channels going out of every side. So we've got some ME conduct coming over here and going up the back there so that it can be in with the power. And then it goes out the back there to the export buses. So that keeps that connected up to the system. And then we've got the bus here, the interface, and the thing going up to the control panel up there, which isn't very much either. And then down this way, we're going to have this set up here. Right? Now, what happens here is you can put a crafting recipe in here, and it will set it as a pattern. I've got to create the pattern as well in order to make it want to do it always. I think I need an actual pattern as well. So let's just take this and let's say blueberry. I've got blueberry. let's say we take blueberry for now, right? So in here, I'll put that in. It won't work, you see? It doesn't craft it in that method. You have to have a pattern, which means that I need a pattern. Those are the two things I need over here, and then I need to put patterns into it. So the crafting memory, as it were, this crafting storage is what does the remembering of the crafting recipes and what you've called for and all that kind of stuff. And the molecular assembler does the actual crafting itself, which is kind of cool, kind of awesome. I might put, actually, it would look pretty cool up here, actually. Yes, I'm going to do that. I'm changing this around as I go because I like watching the molecular assembler work, to be honest. So I will molecular assembler it. And the blood red moon outside is giving me a little bit of frame rate lag now because, yeah, it's getting a little bit twitchy with all the mobs trying to do all the things over there. So yeah, let's put it there. It does still work. It's still online. It's still accessible and everything like that. Makes it look cool in the corner. And as things automatically craft, it will work in there. I thought there was something out there weird then. But it was just a weird sheep jumping on the fence. Or jumping on there. I saw something through the window and I thought it was jumping around. Some mobs coming in. I have to worry about the mobs coming in. In a blood red moon, I seem to be safe at the minute. Everything on my map is showing that they are all around me. They don't get closer than they normally do, which is good. They don't get past the defences, which is good. They don't spawn in here, which means everything's non-spawnable, which is good. Which means I'm safe. I'm safe. Even under a blood red moon, I'm safe. But all the crazy stuff turns up over here during a blood red moon. All the really crazy stuff, like I don't know, it's like 10 times the amount of mobs and the worst kinds of mobs as well, not just the standard vanilla ones. But anyway, let's see what we've got in here. So I need to create a pattern, well, blank patterns for one, and also pattern terminal to make the patterns in the first place. So the creating of the patterns in the first place, I doubt I've got all that. No, I haven't. I got to create another one of these, which I potentially do have. Yes, I do. Good. And I need to create one of those, which I don't have any other parts for. Great. So can I make one of those? Yes, I can. Alright, so there's those two bits. And then I just need to put them together like so, which I don't have one of them either. So I'm having to make one of each of the different processors to make one of these things. Wow. Okay. Well, it's a good job I've got a few of these advanced circuits ready. But this pattern terminal requires an engineering processor, a calculation processor, and a logic processor, one of each. So I will get that kind of stuff sorted out very quickly in here. Let's come back out and get my silicon. I still feel like making the presses like this, the circuits using the industrial craft stuff, is a good thing. But at the same time, I'm finding it very, very slow going to get anything done around here. And because I've got enough advanced circuits to last me a little while, it's okay. But when it comes to making them again, it's really, really becoming hard work. And I don't really have any silicon, do I? I need some silicon. Oh, happen to have 3 silicon printed circuits left. Great. So there's something. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go and find the presses from Meechers. I think I'm going to have to go with that because it just takes a lot of time. It's very time consuming creating the circuits. It's much more realistic. But yeah, I'm going to need to do some running around in probably the next episode. We'll go and search for the coordinates of places. So I will get on with that fairly soon. Right, so it was a pattern. Now with this, right, the terminal, you have different settings with these search box auto. Synchronizes with the JEI straight away, which is great. It's awesome. I like. But at the same time, it's forgetting. It's forgetful. It's very forgetful about things that you need. As soon as you come out of it, it stops remembering what you had in there last, which is a shame. There's that. Okay, slowly but surely we'll get there. There we go. We get a pattern terminal. crafting maestro becomes my thing, and then I get a couple of blank patterns. Let's get a couple. There we go. Alright, so where can I put the crafting terminal? I can put it just about anywhere I want, but let's see. So put one up here for now. There we go. And then put the blank patterns in there, ready for doing the thing, right? Left click to add the recipe, and then once you've got the recipe in the terminal, you've got it pattern selected, you can encode that pattern, right? Also going to need some cards to go into machines, so a crafting card is the first thing. I put this into an export bus or an interface or a level limiter or whatever, but I put it into the export bus, and as it requires it, it will craft the item for me as we go. So now we got all that, we can connect the thing up, connect the thing up with an interface, right? That gives the interface then a place to put the patterns, okay? So we put that stored fruit salad pattern in there on an interface. The interface is then connected to the molecular assembler, right? And that then shows the system where to craft the item. So there could be other places to craft something, like if we wanted to craft something in the cooker, where we would put stuff in the oven and we would receive stuff out of the oven. That would be how to craft stuff through the interface, okay? And then to hide it all, we're going to hide it all like this, using the cool little snap-on covers that AE have in their arsenal, and that's awesome looking. Yes, awesome. And then they should start auto-crafting. We've got these set up to auto-craft salad. I'll put the cards in here, look. Put the crafting cards in there, and they should automatically try and craft up the salad. They should. I took all the salad out there to see if they would. The recipe is there. Blueberries are there. The cutting board's there. So why is it not doing it? Let's see if we can order it. Order 10 next. Missing fruit available. Okay, so and no crafting CPUs are available. Okay, so this down here is not connected properly. Now, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Now, is that connected properly? Yes, it is. Network Apprentice. I got an award for that. Nice. And now is it connected properly? Now, we'll just do one. No CPUs are available. I've got storage, co-processors. I've got them. They're there. Why do not work? Let me see. Okay, so I'm trying to show you how it's supposed to work, and I can't believe it myself. Things are going wrong. So it's crafting now. It's crafting them as fast as it possibly can now, which is awesome. I like it. But for some reason, I had to move the crafting processor. This processor didn't associate itself unless it was the last thing to be placed in the route, as it were. So it all comes off the one side of the controller, it all becomes part of one side of the network, and we have to place this block last in order to make it trigger. Needed to be triggered. I don't know. I'll test that out for the next time, and we'll do some more. Check the comments below as well. There'll be some clever people down there who know exactly what went wrong and why it went wrong, and they will tell you how to fix it, and tell me how to fix it as well by the sounds of it. So then, anyway, yes, we've now got these things being automatically crafted and put into the culinary generator when we have too much of a product in here. So at the minute we can see the crafting, we can craft it, it's missing blueberries, so we can craft it when we want to, or it'll craft when it needs to. So what we do next is then take some more blank patterns and create the other crafting recipes. So simply make a pattern for each of the different fruits that we've got available, that we have excess stock coming into the system of, right? Giving it multiple ways to set up a crafting, so that it will constantly find ways of making fruit salads. So whenever there's fruit spare, it will make it. This is the plan. Let me just take this off. I should probably do something about not doing that anymore. So we can use all of these patterns in here. So we can put all of these patterns into storage, right? I can put another couple in as well. I just don't have another couple to bother with at the minute. And then we hook it up to the AE system, and once it's all connected, it will start using up all of the ingredients it possibly can whenever it needs to make fruit salad. It will make fruit salad. So I'll put the cutting board and all those things in, and it will start crafting these things. Yeah, there we go, look. And it's quite speedy. It's probably used up all the fruits at the minute. Yeah, you can see there's hardly anything left. There's some strawberries left and some pineapples left if it needs it. And so it's using those now. And that means that it should start getting this filled up to full stacks fairly swiftly. Yeah, 48. 49, please. Yes, there we go. Don't make me a liar. And we're not using enough to run out. So we're still going to end up with an excess stock of fruit in the AE system. But a nice healthy supply of power also will be around here, based on the farming itself. Yeah. The other things that we can do, once I've set this up, I can start putting a hoe in here and actually set it up so we're automatically crafting a hoe and putting the hoe in there. I can set it up so we're automatically crafting the fish bait, and we're putting that fish bait into those fish traps that we've got down there as well, so that we'll have excess stock of all sorts of things. Like over here, my fish and raw meats fridge is fully loaded with different individual items, and when that gets a stack of each, then of course it will start stacking into here. And there's lots of things then we can do to get rid of all of the excess stock, including culinary devices, but composting and all that kind of stuff as well. And just turn it off as well. That's the other thing. Just literally let it run out. Let it run out of hoe. Let the hoe run out and let it run out completely. And then leave it alone. I can turn the power off to the whole system by just setting up a little redstone signal here. If I put a lever onto one of these, it would power that and turn the other one off as well. So it would turn both off with a redstone off or redstone on situation. Yeah, and it'll just let the power run down, just let the hose run out, just let everything settle down. I can still come over here and use this whenever I want to craft the best things. Like the best things I can do is make a footlong at the minute. Footlongs have a very large meal, lots of chicken nuggets and lots of healthy stuff. Stick those into here, and then every time I start running out of food, just come along and tap that, and I should get what I need. I can go and use that ender chest over here as well, so every now and again I can come over and just do a batch of food creation, keep my lunchbox on me at all times and eat up everything from the lunchbox, and then come over to the chest and just tap the chest and take something out of it. Even when this is technically in space and we're taken off, which is not actually going to happen, but the idea is to have a food supply in here always. And I can also move that food supply to other bases as well, because it's in an ender chest. So I can take that over to the town, the city should I say, or any other bases that we end up with in various places, to refill my food anytime I want, without coming over to this house in order to do it. And that, I think, is great. I like the way it's all turned out. I like the way this is turning out. This will assemble a little bit of clutter and stuff and look better as time progresses. But as for right now, I've got enough food to get by for a long time. I've got excess stock all sorted. I've got power being sorted from the excess stock. Got a little bit of autocrafting going to get that back into my system so I understand how it works again, because it's been a little while since I've done any AE2 autocrafting. We haven't had a setting, we haven't had a mod pack that I could use it in for a little while. And yeah, I'm going to get much more involved with Applied Energistics 2 in Forever Stranded. I think my next big project is probably going to be building the warehouse factory area again. And maybe adding on a tree farm and other essential farms that are automated over on that side of it, or maybe over here actually. Maybe have the power from those two places coming together to make power for something else. Just sifting and sorting and making things faster. And then over this side I think we're going to build an epic big factory. The similar sort of scale as that. Yes. But this next episode coming, I think I need to go off on an adventure. I need to find the Applied Energistics meteors. So I will be heading there next. I will outro where I introed. Thank you all very, very much for watching today's episode of Forever Stranded. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you picked up some little tips. And I hope you leave me a few little tips down below in the comments. There's a few things that I've forgotten, so I appreciate your words of wisdom. I will see you in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching,